In this video, we are going to talk about Bitcoin trading for beginners. So I will be using the Binance mobile application for this. So as you can see, right now we are in trades. And the first option at the top that you can see is spots. So basically what is spot is like you pay a certain amount of USDT and in turn you get Bitcoin, that is BTC. Now if we check over here, there are majorly two options. One is limit and one is market. So how does it work is like if you click on the market, it will currently buy the bitcoins at the current market price. Now let's say if you are anticipating a crash in the prices of bitcoin, then you can go to limit, and if you see the current price of bitcoin is this. Now let's say if I want to buy bitcoin for 39,600, so I will just set the price to 39,600, and currently as you can see I have this USDT balance, and I will, if I do it 100%, since the price of bitcoin is high, that's why I'm not receiving any bitcoins, and you simply click on buy and you are done. Now the similar thing is if you want to sell, you can do it at the current market price as per the current market value, or you can put a limit. Like if you are expecting the price of bitcoin to rise, then let's say if you want to sell this for $40,000, then you simply click on $40,000, and it depends on how much percent you want to sell. If you want to sell 25, 50, 75 or 100, or you can put up a custom amount. So this was with regards to the spot trade. Now if we go to margin trade, then as you can see there are two options here. One is cross and one is isolated. So cross is basically if you have some funds in your margin trading account, and if the margin call occurs, then the funds would be used from that specific margin wallet. And this cross is applicable if you have more number of trades that are currently happening, so it will use the whole balance in your margin account. Isolated is dependent only for a specific trade, so if the margin call happens, then you end up losing only that portion of the amount and not the whole margin balance. So if you want to open multiple trades, I would suggest is use cross, and if you want to open only one trade, then I would suggest is you go with isolated. Now the next part that I would like to show you is futures. I forgot to mention one thing, like if you see over here this 10x, and if you go in cross, this is 3x. This is leverage, that is you can borrow money from Binance for trading bitcoin. Now let's take an example, like if you want to trade around $100, and if you take 3x, then overall you have the buy position of 300 US dollars. So this was about leverage. Now if we go in futures, futures is nothing but you determine a future price of the cryptocurrency. Now this futures is extremely risky because there is an option that you can get higher leverage, like in bitcoin it's 50x, for some coins at times it's around 125x, and again you have these two options, one is cross and isolated, which I had explained you first. Now futures, the market moves very quickly because because of the volume, because people are taking a lot of leverage, and the difference between a margin and futures is, in margin you have to pay interest on the borrowed amount. In futures you don't have to pay interest on the borrowed amount. In futures, the only amount that you will need to pay is at the time of closing the trade, or if if you put a stop loss and if the trade closes by itself, then you have to pay a certain amount, that is you have taken for leverage. Now if we go in futures, and I will try to open one trade for you. Now let's say if I want to put around 25%, okay, and then as per the current market price it's 656.5, so I will just choose market, and the leverage I will set it to 5x, because I don't usually take high leverage because it's very risky. Now if we take the amount in BTC, this, and currently I have selected the current market price, and I will just click on buy long. It's not showing because I have insufficient balance. I need to check because I have balance in my margin account. Oh yeah, maybe it's used by this other position that I've already opened. So yes, currently I don't have any margins that is left. So this was with regards to BTC and USD. Over here there are two options, one is USDM and one is CoinM. So I would suggest is always use BUSD to trade your BTC, because you can always convert it back to USD, and later on you can transfer or sell it off. So this was about the crypto or Bitcoin trading for beginners. So hope you guys like my video. In case if you have any doubt or queries, please feel free to leave a comment, and thank you for watching my video guys.